Welcome to this brand bite size. In this video, we're going to talk about tax return deadlines. Questions about tax return deadlines are common, and it's essential to remember the key deadlines and understand how each type of tax is paid. You'll need to know this for self-assessment, VAT, corporation tax, capital gains tax on residential property, and national insurance contributions. Here's a summary of the key dates. Self-assessment for income and Class 4 national insurance contributions. Return deadlines, if the return is made on paper, is the 31st of October. If made online, it's the 31st of January, following the tax year end. There are then 3 payment deadlines. The first payment on account is due by the 31st of January in the tax year, which is half of the previous year's liability. The second payment on account is due by the 31st of July after the end of the tax year, which is also half of the previous year's liability. A balancing payment is then due by the 31st of January following the end of the tax year, and this adjustment reflects the actual liability. The return deadline for VAT is 1 month and 7 days after the end of the VAT period. The payment deadlines are the same as the return due date, unless the payment is made by direct debit mandate, in which case 3 more working days are given. It's normally paid every 3 months but can be monthly. For corporation tax, the return deadline is within 12 months after the end of the accounting period. Payment deadlines are normally 9 months plus 1 day after the end of the accounting period, but can be quarterly. For capital gains tax, the return deadline is normally reported as part of self-assessment. The payment deadline is by the 31st of January, following the tax year when the gain was made. And for capital gain tax on non-exempt residential property, the return deadline is within 60 days from the date of completion, and the payment deadline is also within 60 days from completion. These details can be easily missed in revision, but are easy marks if you can get them memorised. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.